Hello and welcome back to Chocobo's Mysterious Dungeon Part 4, and then this episode we'll be diving into Cid's memories in order to rescue Raffaello from the dark sleep that he has inflicted upon the Cid.
There also are many farts in here. Why do people fart in their memories?
Plot hole attack!
What the fuck are you doing in here?
Exactly.
You are a hero.
How the hell does Dungeon Hero X get into memories?
I'm here to give you advice. If you equip an item and it's cursed, you can't unequip it.
It's fun to stay at the X. Cupo.
No, it is not.
That's it for now. Farewell.
Okay.
But yes, there are cursed items in this game. Equipping cursed items is a bad thing because they will become permanently locked to your character until you get access to the priest in town.
Where am I from?
So I take it in the story important mystery dungeons that there will be a dialogue in between each of the floors in order to advance the narrative?
More than just the story important ones, actually. Every time that we dive into a character's memories, we will have at least some amount of dialogue building up the past of that character.
Nice. Oh my god. So now we have hold the phone. We had job points, we got experience points, and now we got guild points.
Not guild points, just gil. Gil, if you're familiar with your Final Fantasy terminology, is the almost universal currency that Sarge Puppy wants to force himself into my room with. Evil Sarge Puppy.
Darth Puppy. See, I see Darth Puppy also needs some job.
I will deal with Sarge in a moment. I don't understand why Sarge Puppy thinks he needs to come into my room at random times.
Sing good, Chocobo. I'm here to give you advice. When you're right next to an enemy, lightly tap the one button.
Well, first he points left, and then he points right.
I hope you found my advice helpful.
I do actually. Unfortunately, I don't know what button 1 actually is on this emulated controller, so
I zoned out. Run that by me again.
I don't know what button 1 actually is on this controller, so
You're looking for the thing. You are definitely looking for a thing. I remember a thing from the beginning of the game.
yes, he is looking for timeless power.
Job. I love job.
Alright, so that is definitely an upgrade over the Rusty Talons. So we have put them on.
+3. Hee hee.
Which means they have 3 points of additional attack over their base form.
These guys are hitting a
At
little
the end of the
harder
game,
now.
we'll be running +28, I think.
Holy shit.
I forget how big Trident Talons actually get up to.
Job. Wake your ass up!
There.
Now was that is that like a miniature turtle shade like the boss that we had seen in the last dungeon?
Yes, it is a miniature turtle shade.
Nice.
The tower in the sand. That voice sounds familiar.
He is remembering the voice of his grandfather. Hey, a dispel book! Yay! Books are actually one of the highest profit items in the game because they can stack up to 9 in your inventory, and each instance of a book sells for a relatively high amount of gil. Once we actually have access to the shop, and we will be getting access to the shop relatively shortly.
Uh-oh. The enemy has inflicted sleep.
Yes. Status ailments in this game are honestly one of the big things that you have to look out for. Not sleep necessarily, because sleep is usually fixed just by taking either melee attack or having enemies walk next to you. But some of the more damaging status ailments are silence, and poison, and stun. Stun specifically can be very annoying because it's a bit difficult to resist against, and it pretty much guarantees that you're going to be out for one or more turns.
Right. Now, how about that basic miss probability? Was it like a 10% chance of missing any given kick?
I think it's closer to 5 actually, but it's sort of dependent on your level and stats. I don't know how stats actually affect your accuracy, to be perfectly honest. I just assume that the higher your dex is, the better you are. But you know, I could be wrong about that. Given the fact that it's, you know, a mystery dungeon game, and your stats are a majority of what your character is.
Get over here. I want to show you my little dance.
Ouch.
Wow, 26 damage in one hit already?
Yeah, the turtle style enemies both have really high armor and really high melee damage. It's why they want you to use spells on them. But if you'll notice, we are still the basic Chocobo class, so we don't actually have spells per se. I mean, Chocobo Kick is technically a spell, but it's also melee damage as opposed to magical damage.
Right, and because it's a turtle, it has really high melee defense.
But every time we level up, we restore all of our HP.
Yay! So you can also recharge your special just by running in place and working on your hunger?
Yes.
Nice. I thought that might be a thing.
A very low damage Chocobo Kick. Damn.
Now, when you level up, does your defense also go up?
Yes. All of your base stats go up when you level up. Although I'm not entirely sure by how much or how often.
Sure. Who is this funny little fellow? Mandrashade.
This is a Mandragora Shade. They are the first enemies that we have seen that actually have projectile attacks. It's a spell, but it's still melee damage.
The Flying Eye.
Okay, this floor is cleared out. Let's finish it.
It must get frustrating when your hunger meter is really low and you're lost.
Yes, but to be perfectly honest, in this game specifically, that does not happen all that often. Although specific dungeons have floors that can be really big, the floor style that we were just in is pretty much as big as floors realistically get.
The boss has set the stairs on fire. You cannot
Well,
turn
thankfully,
back.
no. The stairs are not actually on fire. They're just, you know, denoted as being dangerous. Ouch.
For a little guy, he hits pretty hard.
When he gets a critical hit, yes. Also, expect critical hits to be significantly more prevalent in this game than pretty much any other Final Fantasy game that you have ever seen.
I mean, critical hits are bad. It kind of sucks when enemies also have a chance of getting a critical hit. The Paper Mario is the closest I've ever played to playing an actual Final Fantasy game, because that game also uses turn-based combat, but there's no such thing as a critical hit probability. The amount of damage that is dealt with that attack is the same amount of damage that attack deals every time.
Actually, I think Thousand Year Door had a badge that allowed you to switch over to critical hit percentages.
No, to score a crit, though, there were badges that increase your base attack power. There were badges that increase your base defense, increase how much damage is resisted when you successfully dodge. Well, you could dodge, or you could also do a guard to decrease damage, or do a super guard to negate damage. But having a chance of having an attack just randomly do more damage just because it was a crit, no, that is not a thing that happens.
I'm pretty sure it's there in one of the Paper Mario games, because
maybe Super Paper Mario, the one I never played.
Wasn't Shady pointing it out at one point? Or no, sorry, not Shady, but Striker 7X, while he was doing glitch showcases of Paper Mario.
Didn't watch Striker 7X.
Okay.
Watch Brain Scratch comms. No crits in that game.
Yeah, but that's because Ted didn't actually do all that much in Paper Mario 1. And did he actually do Thousand Year Door yet? I don't think he did.
I think he did. Uh-oh. We're out of inventory space. That's never good.
Yes, we are. But we also have the ability to quite thankfully, to empty out some of our inventory with stuff that we don't need.
Yay.
And the whole reason I'm picking up this leather saddle is because, one, it's slightly better than our rusty saddle, I think. Yes, by 1 point. And for two, it sells for more than the single copy of Dispel. You'll notice that I fiddle around a lot with my inventory, because although we're going to get inventory upgrades, bunch of traps. Although we are going to get inventory upgrades relatively soon, we are also never going to have as much inventory space as I want.
There is no adequate amount of maximum inventory space. It's either limitless, which is the best you could possibly hope for, or it is frustratingly limited, forcing you to toss items basically every other time you find an item.
Trying to get a job level before we get into the boss of Sid's Dungeons of Remembrance. We won't get the job level, for the record.
The job has been given to a more qualified applicant.
Well, there isn't a more qualified applicant. We are in a very unique situation in this game, where we are the only one that is capable of actually accessing jobs.
Job.
Also, when you drink potions or ethers, you also restore 5% hunger, which is a very important thing to remember.
I'll say.
Waiting.
Tick tock, tick tock. His egg will hatch soon. But it.
Showing off how busted Chocobo can be in the event that you are fighting a turtle or slower enemies. But now that something feels wrong, let's go.
Oh. So we were waiting for something to feel wrong.
Yep. Hey, Dungeon Hero X.
I thought something felt wrong.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Sing good, Chocobo. I'm here to give you advice, Koopa. Range is important in battle, Koopa. But if the foe is large, sometimes you can't tell how far away he is.
This specifically is a very good hint for later on in the game.
Koopa. This allows you to see the grids below the enemy in red, Koopa. I hope you found my advice helpful.
Well, yeah, because missing attacks because you were too far out of range, it's just dumb.
Kind of.